So this morning I'm in Yudalsan, and apparently I'm going to have like a beautiful view of the whole city. So we will see that. But before going up Yudalsan, here's a map of South Korea again. So in my first video, I told you I left from Busan on the eastern side of South Korea to go to Suncheon. And right now I am in Mokpo, situated on the western side of the country. Now that everyone knows where I am, let's go back to the video. I mean, I hope it stops at some point, I guess. Because if it continues like that, I will not see anything when I arrive up there. Oh, see, it's already stopping. Really quick. Look, the weather is getting better. Okay, people, I'm almost at the top, and guess what? It finally decided to stop raining. So the river is also, so for those who don't like walking, hiking, there is also a cable car, so you can go almost all the way up. It's so the Gatbawi, so Gatbawi Rock. It's that. Looking good, right? I've arrived. Hey. Let's go to the top. More stairs. Should have counted how much stairs I climbed. Hey, the proof I'm at the right place. Yudalsan, Gatbawi, 228 meters. So we're not really high. Now that we are at the top of Yudalsan, let me talk a little bit more about this mountain. It is located in the center of Mokpo and offers, on one side, a view of Dadore Sea, with hundreds of islands with several hills and strange-looking rocks. And, on the other side, the view of Mokpo, the third largest and most densely populated city in the South Chola province. At the bottom of Yudalsan Mountain, in Yudalsan Mountain Park, a statue of General Lee Sun-shin can be found. He was a military general famous for his victories against the Japanese Navy during the Imjin War in the Chosun period. I'm going to go back down now. The sun is getting, is leaving, and I can see like big dark clouds. So I think it's time to get back down. Mokpo National Research Institute of Maritime Cultural Heritage was opened in 1994 and is the only maritime museum in Korea to display marine cultural relics. The institute worked on excavation, conservation, and restoration of old shipwrecks, and many more things. What I thought was going to be just a museum turned out being really interesting. Those ships were excavated in 1995. They were found near Mokpo as they emerged during low tide. They were trading ships, which is not surprising as there were a lot of navigation routes going back and forth from Mokpo to China. Two of those ships were dating being from the 13th century, and the third one is from the 1st century. One right here. These two look like that, and a half cut like that. They also found a lot of ceramic plates in and near the shipwrecks, and here is a representation of one of the way that was used to ship the plates so they would not break. You can touch the wall and interact with it. I love it. Because I don't really understand, but this ship is a 14th century trading Chinese vessel that was discovered by a fisherman in the water of Shinan in South Korea in 1976. Its excavation took place between 1976 and 1984 and was made really difficult because of the strong currents and poor visibility. Not only were the ship cargoes mostly intact, but it also contained tons of Chinese treasures, like ceramics, coins, red sandalwood, medicine, and many more. The Shinan excavation is also the first underwater excavation performed by Korea. Therefore, this shipwreck excavation is of great importance because it launched the beginning of underwater archaeology in Korea, which led to salvage thousands of cultural heritage objects along the west coast of the country. The Shinan shipwreck stayed underwater for hundreds of years, so many parts of the ship vanished, but the ones that were buried into the mud flats remained. Here is a model of what the ship must have looked like in the 14th century before sinking. It was a 31-meter long ship that could carry up to 50 people. Actually, underwater shipwrecks are really fragile, and when they are exposed to the air, they lose water, crack, and lose their original shape. That is why shipwrecks need to go under conservation treatment right after the excavation. After desalting, a really long consolidation process takes place to finally finish with drying the wood. And after that only the restoration process can start. For the Shinan vessel, the conservation process took around 20 years. It usually takes between 10 and 15 years for most ships. After this long conservation process, the actual restoration took 10 years, from 1994 to 2004. Okay, so actually, as you can see, I'm out of the Maritime Museum. I actually just went to eat. So I walked like 30 minutes to eat, and now walk 30 minutes back to go to the next place I want to show you. So yeah, I'm on my way. Mokpo Gatbawi Rock is a natural monument formed by volcanic ashes and the action of the waves and seawater. The rock is actually made of two individual formations, one measuring 8 meters tall and one 6 meters tall, and they actually took the shape of two people wearing helmets. There are also legends surrounding the origin of the Gatbawi Rock. My favorite one is the following. A long time ago, a young, poor but kind man worked hard by not only selling salt, but also working as a farmhand in a rich house in order to save money to cure his father's illness. He was working well, but in the end, his master didn't pay him. When he returned home after 1 month, he found his father's body was already cold. He regretted not spending the last months taking care of his father and thought that the least he could do was to try to make him comfortable in the afterlife. Unfortunately, as he was moving his father's body, he slipped and dropped the coffin into the sea. He felt awful about his father's underwater burial. To make amends, he remained in that spot wearing a bamboo hat until his death, so that he too could not see the sky. Some time after his death, 2 rocks rose up at Gatbawi. This is the end of the Mokpo adventures. See ya! Alors je suis dans la montagne et il grêle. Voilà, il grêle.